Hello and welcome to a regular weekly update on the progress of ALBA, Scotland's newest and fastest growing political party. And firstly, let's talk about fast growing, because I'm delighted to say that ALBA membership has now reached 5,500, which is far, far more than the Liberal Democrats in Scotland, who've been around for 150 years, and closing in fast on both the Tories and the Greens in terms of membership. Indeed, I'm hoping that this and other broadcasts will encourage people to surpass these parties by the time we get to our annual conference in September. So let's remember that everybody who signs up for ALBA by the end of June will be entitled to attend and vote as a delegate at our annual conference on September the 18th and 19th, the weekend of September the 18th this year. Secondly, on that conference, we've looking at securing conference venues, and hopefully by next week we'll be in a position to announce what they are. In the interim period where we are at the present moment, in the run-up to that conference, which will elect our executive, our leadership, our executive positions, our office bearers, I'm using the group of 32 candidates. That's the 18 women and 14 men who carried the ALBA standard in the recent Scottish elections. They're acting effectively as an interim executive, and so I'm going to be making a range of appointments of people to carry forward our work on policy, on local government, on administration. And these will all be temporary appointments up until the annual conference, until the new leadership of ALBA is elected. And I'll be announcing these in the next few days. I'm delighted to say that local government in particular, where ALBA has strong representation across the country, is going to be one of the areas where we're focusing a great deal of attention, given the decision we've already made that we're going to be contesting next year's local elections. And thirdly, I'm meeting this week. I've met the parliamentary group. That's Neale Hanvey and Kenny MacAskill. We've got two members of the Westminster Parliament in ALBA, and they'll be very much at the forefront of the political initiatives that we make. And political initiatives are really necessary at the present moment. It's only 2 weeks since the Scottish election. And yet the constitutional issue is gradually slipping already off the agenda. The London media have taken their cameras out of Scotland. It's no longer the talking point of every political programme. It should be. It should be an item which is right up there as first and foremost in terms of the dealing with the pandemic and recovery and economic recovery from it. We should be talking about the constitutional question in Scotland. We should be forcing the issue because London has never been weaker and Scotland has never been stronger in political terms to force that issue. But if we allow it to slip off the agenda, to let the Johnson government regain its political balance, then the chance may be missed and who knows, may never come again. How different would it have been if ALBA had had a parliamentary group in the Scottish Parliament pushing on a daily basis to make sure that the constitutional issue for Scotland, that Scotland's progress to independence was first and foremost in the minds of every politician, and that mandates once gained were exercised and pushed forward with, making sure that no one in London government could forget that a majority, an absolute majority of the Scottish population 2 weeks ago in the Scottish elections voted for parties committed to Scottish independence. A mandate that's unarguable, but one that has to be used, because mandates which are not used can sometimes be lost. So ALBA's presence in the Scottish political scene is more necessary than ever. And ALBA's progress towards our annual conference and beyond is going to be one of the things that determines the future of Scottish politics and therefore the future of Scotland. So with a reminder to all ALBA supporters, take your opportunity to join up as members before the end of June. Let's get our membership up, surpass the rival Greens and the Tories in Scotland, and make sure that ALBA emerges over the autumn as a significant and continued fastest growing party in Scottish politics.